Hello, it's Loxton. Today I'm giving a very brief and quick review of the GameSir Elite, also known as the GameSir G4 Bluetooth controller. A while back I had gotten a previous model of the GameSir controllers, the GameSir G3, and I gave that controller a very nice grade, stating that it very much was the best third-party controller I've ever used. Though, I mean, there isn't much in terms of competition. But while the previous model was more vaguely based on the PlayStation controller setup, this new one is based on the Xbox setup. Normally myself, I prefer the PlayStation setup for most genres. However, the Xbox setup on this feels very well polished. It feels very similar to the same build quality you'd expect from an Xbox 360 controller. Although, I do very much enjoy the grooved edges along the side. Gives you that extra grip, and if you're like me and your hands get a little moist after playing games for 24 hours, it's really nice. It keeps the controller from slipping out. Like, it feels incredibly close to the same quality you would expect from the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, even better in certain regards, though worse in others. You give some, you take some. I've used plenty of third-party controllers that have had problems with the analog sticks being grainy. Like when you twirl them around, you can feel all the little imperfections in the plastic alongside it, and this one nor the previous model have that problem. Which actually makes this one of the very few third-party controllers not to have that problem. And while I don't have much experience with the Xbox 360's infamous D-pad, from what I remember, this D-pad feels similar, though slightly improved. This controller features a little flop thing, that's what I'm going to call it, that is adjustable and can hold any standard-sized phone. I have the Samsung Galaxy S3, old phone I know, but it holds it just fine, even with the case on it. And just in case your case makes your phone a little too curved and slippy, it does come with an extra little attachment that you attach to the flop. Getting technical here. That allows it to hold the phone even greater. Though I rarely play mobile games myself, so it's not that big of an issue, I do enjoy how simple it is to switch this controller from Android to PC mode. If the light in the middle is blue, then that means it's in PC mode, and it will attach to any dongle that is Bluetooth compatible. Whereas, to power it on into Android mode, you simply hold A and the middle button at the same time. Now the middle light is green, indicating Android. The L2 and R2 triggers are pressure sensitive, and the R1 and L1 bumpers are clicks. And this actually leads me right into my one major complaint with this controller. It's a little on the loud side. Like, here's my regular talking voice, and now here's the clicking of the R1 button. Granted, it's closer to the microphone. And the buttons themselves are also a bit on the clicky side. As far as pressing them goes, it feels perfectly fine. Even nice to have it not be as squishy as some modern controllers are. It's very responsive, and you know when the button gets pressed. However, it can irritate those around you if you're playing out in the open. And I would know, my wife's been using this controller for the last week, playing Ori and the Blind Forest in the living room on her laptop.
I like how it's so comfortable. It feels really nice in my hands. I like the grippies. Grippies are nice. I wish it was a little bit quieter. Like, if it was a little bit quieter, it'd be like the perfect, like, third-party controller. Or at least the best that I've used.
But if you are primarily going to be using this in your bedroom with your headphones on, you can't really hear the buttons at all. It's perfectly fine. I've been using this controller for about a month and a half now, and I haven't run into any connectivity issues or any issues with games not responding to it. I've been primarily using it to play Speedrunners, which is a game that definitely needs very precise button presses. And I've had no issues, so I'd say that's a perfect test for this. So what is my final score of this controller? Well, the last controller I reviewed I said was probably the best third-party controller I've used, and this, I think, is even better. For me personally, though, I'm usually not a big fan of the Xbox layout just because I'm a PlayStation guy, but this controller is larger than the previous model, which better fits my hands. So this one's a lot more comfortable for me. And that's saying something. Plus the little grips on the side, ugh. This controller is normally $99.99, but when on sale, can be found for $49.99, and at that price, I would say this is a good deal. And if you are in the market for a controller specifically for use on your PC and mobile devices, then this is definitely the way to go. And there you have it. Controllers have come a long way, and this is definitely going to be the controller I use for the next, until I get a better one on PC. This is fantastic, I love it. Thank you for watching, links to the product are in the description, and stay tuned for next time.